Okay, hello those of you at home. Here's your warm-up. Convert the first two into scientific notation. Get the second two out of scientific notation and into standard form. Let's see what we got, and here we go. Alrighty, everybody. Can I get you back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can get a little bit of help here. Bennett, what did you get for number 1? How did we turn that into scientific notation?
I got 4.8 times 10 to the 12th power, and what I did is first I put a decimal between the 4 and the 8, and I counted the amount of zeros, including the 8.
Yeah. One, two. Yeah, you have to count how many jumps it needs to make. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Makes sense to me. How many of us got 4.8 times 10 to the 12th for that? Yeah, even if you don't draw the jumps, like you were counting those little spaces between them. That's beautiful. Let's see here. Truman, what'd you get for number 2? How many of us got 2.58 times 10 to the power of negative 7? And how did you get that, Truman? What'd you do? Uh-huh. Oh, I got you. So, wait, from here? And then you counted where? Oh, 2, 3, 4, 5. How come you stopped here? I'm glad we're talking, though. This is good. Can someone explain why do we have to stop there? What is it about scientific notation that makes that a thing? Let's go for Rex. Very good. Yeah, above 10 or below 1, yeah. Or the other way to say that is that first digit in my scientific notation needs to be in the ones place. The first digit in scientific notation needs to be in the ones place. Very good. Let's see here. Number 3. How about I'll get a little bit of help? This is going to come from Millie. What'd you get for number 3? You may. Oh, slow down. Okay. How many zeros am I doing here? So 0 point and then 14 zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14 zeros, and then what? How many of us got 0.0000? Oh, 0.14 zeros, 265. Ooh. How many people got something else? That looks pretty split, about halfway down the middle. So I think that means we'd better have a discussion. Would somebody who got something different care to tell me what they got? Somebody got something different. Let's go for. Go ahead. Anaga. There we go. Got to make sure I do the enunciation correctly. Go ahead.
I got negative. Can I just say the number?
You may.
265 000 000 000 000 000.
Okay. There we go. Something like that. Hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, quadrillions. How many of us got what Anaga got? How many of us got what Anaga got? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Millie's got her hand raised now. When I say teach, I want you to say, okay, what mistake has occurred? Because now I saw Millie raise her hand for she wants to change her answer over to Anaga's answer, which is correct. But will you guys talk to each other? Why is Anaga's answer correct and Millie's incorrect? And what made Millie think that that's what was happening? Teach! Okay, can I get you guys back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Millie, would you tell me your mistake, please? Guys, I can't hear Millie. I have counted down. Table D. Millie, what was your mistake? Not a negative. Yeah, this is a positive exponent, which means we have a really large number. Now, it's a really grand negative number, right? Which I guess means it's very little, like it's less than like tons and tons and tons of different numbers. But the positive exponent means that it is the absolute value of this thing should be huge. And the negative value of it just means it's negative. Like maybe this is the total added national debt of like every country. You know what I mean? Like that could be something like that. Okay, how many of us are feeling a little more confident about that? You guys feeling good? Okay, love to see it. Let's see here. Can I get a little help? Aria, what about number 2? What would number 4. What would number 4 be? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great. How many of us got 0.00000000002 for that? Oh, that's 0.9 zeros and then a 2. Beautiful. Excellent. How did you do that, Aria? What was your thought process? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and how did you know how many zeros to put? Yeah, you got to put the decimal past the 2. Perfect. Very good. And then it's just 9 more, and then put the decimal right there. All right, guys, it is the 59th day of school. Since 59 is the 17th prime number and 17 is prime, 59 is a super prime. Yay! Is 17 a super prime? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. That's the 7th prime. And 7's a prime, so 17's a super prime. Is 7? 2, 3, 5, 7. No, 7's the 4th prime, so it's not a super prime. Darn it. So for example, 17 is a super prime because it's the 7th prime. Is 7 prime? So that means it's a super prime. 7 is the 4th prime. Is 4 prime? No. So it's not a super prime. Oh. Yep. Happy National Pizza with the Works except Anchovies Day. Go to a place and say, put everything on it except anchovies and see what happens. I'm not going to lie. I've never had pizza with anchovies, but I think I would rather try pizza with anchovies than a pizza with literally everything except anchovies. Right? Yeah. Like, that's a lot of weird stuff. Like, I don't think I want a pizza with chicken and sausage. I don't know. That doesn't sound good to me. Has anyone here, by raise of hand, actually tried pizza with anchovies? Oh, really? Dwayne, how was it? Is it good? Credence. Is it really good? It's good? Okay. Guys, that's 3 for 3. I gotta say, I'm actually not surprised it's good. How many of you guys like Caesar salad? Like that's your favorite kind of salad? Do you guys know what the secret ingredient is to Caesar dressing? Anchovies. Anchovies. Yeah, that's what gives them that salty kind of feel. Go for it. Essie's horrified. She can't handle it. All right, can I get you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's see here, guys. Can I get a little help? Beatrice, what's our first essential question today? Yeah, how can we use power rules to multiply and divide values in scientific notation? And what's our second essential question? I'd love to get that from Dean. Mm-hmm. What is the volume of a Colorado-Wyomagonal prism? Yes, the volume of a Colorado-Wyomagonal prism. Yes, the volume of a Colorado-Wyomagonal prism. Let's make sure we're getting there. Did we get those written down? We did not. Okay, look. If we're not interested in meeting my expectations, then we're going to have you on here. But please do meet my expectations. I still expect it, even if you don't want to. Okay, let's see here, guys. Underneath all this, got a pencil? Absolutely. Combining values. Write this down. Combining values in scientific notation. Combining values in scientific notation. That's our topic today. Go ahead and write that down in your notes. I'm going to pull up our PowerPoint here. What? I didn't pull it up. Uh-oh, hang on. Let me on it. Those of you at home, you're going to see the crazy inner workings of my of Mr. Petersen's documents here. Let's see here. Notes. And then, ooh, maybe how we use that as a thing. There we go. Math 8 honors, well ordered once upon a time. Now the order's all different. And is that this one? 14? Let me see. Did I get the right one? Haha, I did. Yay. Okay, here we go. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of state comparison. We're going to do a bit of state comparison. It's a mathematician's paradise. Yay. Yes, folks, mathematicians love Wyoming and Colorado. Which one do you think has a greater area? Just go ahead and say. What do you think has a greater area? Wyoming? Okay. I don't know. Let's see. Though they are not perfect rectangles, you can actually approximate them as the rectangles that we're going to draw on the board. It turns out that Colorado and Wyoming are not perfect rectangles because it turns out that geometry on... I just deleted that page forever. It turns out that geometry on a sphere gets kind of crazy. But let's go ahead and draw it. So we're going to draw... Here's Wyoming. And then Colorado is kind of glued to it like this. Kind of like this. You guys know how every state has its two-letter code, like Wyoming is WY, and Colorado is CO. You know, when we were going on road trips, one of the ways that we would keep ourselves entertained, this has nothing to do with the math, it's just too much fun not to say, is we would try to come up with the funniest combination of doing the following. I'm going to, and then you name a state. And then the other person responds by pronouncing out loud the abbreviation for that state. Wyoming's a really good example of why this is funny. I'm going to Wyoming. Why? I'm going to Colorado. Coo. Coo. Can you come up with any other ones that are just as funny or funnier? Because I'm going to tell you, some of them are pretty choice. Give it a shot and teach. Wouldn't that be never mind? Oh, that's NM. That's NM. I'm going to move. Yeah.
Like Arkansas, maybe?
That's a funny one. So what would the answer be to that one? Okay, can I get you guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Anybody got any good ones? Anybody got any good ones? Alex? I'm going to Ohio. Oh. I do like that one. Any other good ones? Abby? Ow, I do like that one. I actually liked, Essie had a good one. I'm going to Arkansas. Ack. Do any? Yeah, some of the ones that aren't words are funny. Can I tell you what my favorites are? Ohio's one of my favorites. I'm going to Hawaii. Hi! You're like, hello? I'm going to Washington. What? And my personal favorite, I'm going to Maine. Me? No. I'm going to Maine. Me? No. Okay. You know what? A good runner-up in text speak is I'm going to New Mexico. Never mind. All right. Let's see here, guys. It turns... Oh, got a pencil? It turns out Wyoming has a length of 1.92 times 10 to the 6th feet and has a height of 1.48 times 10 to the 6th feet. So when I say teach, I want you to say, okay, what do you think I could do with these numbers to find the area of Wyoming in feet squared? And can you think of how you might be able to do that using power rules? Give it a shot, and here we go. I'm going to Idaho. Id was id. Id.
It okay. It okay.
Thank you. That's if you're going to, oh, Oklahoma. We forgot Oklahoma. Go to Oklahoma. Okay.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Do you have a phone on you? Okay, perfect. And will you make sure, actually, will you copy that down first, though? I don't want you to miss that, all right? Yes, Delaney.
Actual number?
Yeah.
That's
Go ahead and make sure you draw that figure for me. Well, yeah, it's you have to remember it is in feet, and that's quite a while. It's like especially if you remember that 5,280 feet are in a mile. That might help put it into perspective. So when you get that drawn, and talk to your partner for just a moment about how you think you might handle that. Okay. Perfect. Thanks for taking your notes, Leo. Appreciate it. Keep it up. Okay. Can I get you guys? Oh, do you guys need a few moments? Okay, keep it going. We'll give you another 20 seconds. Okay. Can I get you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Cena, what should I do with these numbers to find the area of Wyoming?
so I added 1.92 plus 1.4. No,
Well,
wait, time.
well, so first of all, what are you actually doing to these numbers? Because remember, these are numbers, right? They're just numbers. What am I actually doing to them? What do I do with the length and width of a rectangle to find the area? You multiply. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 1.92 times 10 to the 6th. I'm going to put a little cross there just because otherwise there's too many dots and it starts going weird. 1.48 times 10 to the 6th. Now, that's just it. This is now acting a lot like our power rules. We've got coefficients and we've got powers. And coefficients, bases, and exponents all act totally different when we do these. So go ahead and tell me what it is that you did. So 10 to the 12th, because 6 plus 6 is 12.
And then 1.92
Uh-huh.
times
2.8416. Yeah. 2.8416 times 10 to the 12th feet squared. How many of us were able to get that or see how Cena got that and aren't too alarmed? You guys doing okay? Yeah. To find the area of anything, you multiply the length and the width, whether they're given to you as variables or scientific notation or whatever. We can, in fact, just multiply those two and use our power rules to figure it out. Colorado, it's not exact. It sure would be fun if it was exact, but it's pretty darn close to 1.48 times 10 to the 6th feet. And it is 2 times 10 to the 6th feet across. So when I say teach, I want you to say, okay, talk to your partners, guys. What is the area of Colorado and how do you get it? And then also, which one's got the greater area? Teach. They're pretty close. Okay. Can I get you guys back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Brooks, what am I going to do with these numbers to find the area of Colorado? Yeah, 1.48 times 10 to the 6th times 2 times 10 to the 6th. And what did you wind up getting? How many of us got 2.96 times 10 to the 12th feet squared for the area of Colorado? Yeah, and it turns out those are pretty good approximations. Now, guys, when I was originally writing this problem, you better believe that I did not miss the fact that Colorado and Wyoming have the same height, which means if only we had the ability to yank Colorado and Wyoming up out of the ground, we could construct one of these. Got a pencil? If that's Colorado and that's Wyoming, and then I have no idea what that would be. But I do know that this is 1.48 times 10 to the 6th feet, right? That's what they match up on. And then this is, Wyoming is 1.92 times 10 to the 6th feet. And then, oh yes, you guys are writing this down. And this is 2 times 10 to the 6th feet for Colorado. You go ahead and tell me, what is the volume of a Colorado-Wyomagonal prism? Give it a shot, and here we go. Colorado-Wyomagonal prism, teach! Yay!
My brain is broken. My brain broke already.
Go ahead, find the volume of this sucker. Yep, volume is length times width times height. Perfect. Good job taking notes. Thank you, Leo. Whoop. All right. Can I get you guys back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Appreciate you guys working hard on this. I think you guys do deserve a point for it. Okay, let's see here, guys. What am I going to do with these numbers to find the volume of the Colorado-Wyomagonal prism? Beatrice, what should I do with these values to find the volume of a Colorado-Wyomagonal prism? To the 6th times 1.92. That one? Or you want to do 1.48? Okay, it ultimately doesn't matter in the long run, but that's cool. And that's going to be the area of this thing on the bottom. What was that, by the way? Perfect. And I guess we'll have to call this state CRY, because it's Colorado and Wyoming. Sure. Go ahead. Yes, 3.84 times 10 to the 12 feet squared. What are you going to do with that number, Beatrice? Times 1.48 times 10 to the 6th feet. And what do I get for that? It's kind of a long number, sorry. A 3.84, or I don't know. I mean, I didn't actually do it. I thought 2 times 3. Oh, you know what I did? Sorry, 2 times 1.92. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. 2 times 1.92 is 3.84. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There you go, feet cubed. Hooray! That's the volume of a Colorado-Wyomagonal prism. I know you guys woke up this morning wondering what the volume of a Colorado-Wyomagonal prism was, and now you know forever. Huzzah! All right, here we go. Let's see here. Oh, we already did that part. Boop, 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 boop. Don't mess with Texas, y'all. Texans have been heard to boast about the size of their state, but how does it really match up? Well, Texas's area is about 8.32 times 10 to the 11th square yards. The area of Massachusetts, however, is about 3.27 times 10 to the 10th square yards. How many times greater is the area of Texas than the area of Massachusetts is? This is another question I'm sure you woke up burning. See, here's the thing. Listen, guys. I hear the people on the news and I hear politicians talking about things that they think matter. No one's asking the real questions, man. I'm asking the real questions like, how many Massachusettses fit inside of a Texas? That's what this country needs, is people willing to ask the tough questions like, how many Massachusettses will fit inside of a Texas? Teach! Yeah!
When I lived in Texas, we did the exact same thing with all of the states.
Yay! Except one, I'll bet. Except one, I'll bet. I'll bet you skipped one. Yeah! How many Massachusetts fit inside of a Texas? I'm the only one with the guts to ask the questions. That's what America needs. Okay, what are we going to do with these numbers? Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Go ahead, let's do it. Come on. Hello there. Yeah, let's round that to the nearest thousandth. Round I use the real numbers, guys, so if the numbers are nasty, round it to the nearest thousandth. I use the real numbers. Those are the real numbers. Yes, Alex. Do you have a phone on you? Perfect. Do you already have something like that on this for this? Talk to your partners about what you want to do with this while I walk this over, okay? So focus on this and then talk about how we're going to manage. You're guessing? Oh, certainly not. Yes, Essie.
Will I have this like an answer?
What's that?
Is this an answer like
I don't know. I would be really freaked out about writing all those zeros. Personally, I'm worried that I'd miscount them. I'll bet there's an easier way.
But it does not seem realistic.
Okay. I think Massachusetts is MA, isn't it? I can't remember. Okay. Can I get you guys back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? So there's a couple of ways you could do this. One of them, I saw a lot of people writing this in standard form and then dividing it on their calculator. That will work. That will totally work. But I don't know about you. When I'm typing 11 zeros, or not 11 zeros, I guess 9 zeros, I worry that I'm going to miscount. How many of you feel that way too? Like you're worried that you're going to miscount? I know I do. So, but what is it that you do? So you were getting them into standard form or not, but what do we need? Well, ultimately, what do we need to do with these two numbers, Kenzie? Oh, sure, but what did you do with the numbers? You divided them. So let's do that without the zeros. 8.32 times 10 to the 11th. I want to convince you that this is actually easier than typing all the zeros. That scientific notation is there to help you. 3.27 times 10 to the 10th. Because when I divide power expressions, Kenzie, do you remember, what do I do with the coefficients? You divide them. And what do you do with the exponents? That's right. So we're just going to divide the coefficients, 8.32. Oh, hey, what the, okay. 8.32 divided by 3.27. I'm going to round it to the nearest thousandth. 2.544. That's about 2.544. And then 11 minus 10 is 1. So that's times 10 to the first. Now, guys, that's in scientific notation. But does that number make sense to leave in scientific notation? Yes or no? No, because that would just be about 25.44. That is, about 25 and a half Massachusettses can fit inside of a Texas. Yes, Credence. That work that works, but it winds up being unnecessary. We'll talk more about that on Friday about when that what you're doing right now is actually really really critical, but not yet. Okay, and then but the skill you use is actually going to come into play in the very next problem. Do any?
I just used my calculator and put in parentheses
Yeah,
8.32 times 10 to the
sure.
11th and then divided by
Yeah,
8.27 times 10 to the 10th.
perfect. I don't know about you. I actually think that it's a little easier doing it this way, but that's okay. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. If you got something that works for you, you're good to go. But here's the thing, guys. They say don't mess with Texas. I might say don't mess with Alaska. This is, by the way, to scale. That is Texas. That's Alaska. That is the size of Alaska. Also, have you guys ever noticed Alaska looks like a polar bear trying to give Russia a handshake? Isn't that pretty great? Isn't that great? I'm a huge fan of that. Look, see, he's got his nose. Well, I mean, no, he's like sitting on his haunches. And then, of course, Russia's like a creepy octopus or something. Okay, come on up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about Alaska and Rhode Island. Alaska is easily the biggest state in the Union, eclipsing tiny, adorable Rhode Island. Oh, Rhode Island! Rhode Island has an area of 3.13 times 10 to the 13th square centimeters. I had to use centimeters because when I used any other unit, it was very unimpressive when you looked at the area of Rhode Island because it's so tiny. I even tried inches and I was like, that's not that cool. Alaska blows that away with 1.71 times 10 to the 16th square centimeters. So when I say teach, I want you to say, okay, again, I'm asking the real questions, guys. How many Rhode Islands fit inside of Alaska? Teach! Oh. Round any decimals to the nearest thousandth if necessary.
I just do what we did last time.
Well, we need to do the how many the area of Alaska divided by the area of Rhode Island, right? Write that on your paper. That might be helpful. We're dividing the area of Alaska by the area of Rhode Island. I think that writing that division on your paper might prove useful. Ooh, before I mess this up. Don't worry, those of you home. This is coming back. No, why? Shoot. The volume of that is really difficult to calculate. Very obnoxious. Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, just hit the over key. So like the little over button, yeah. Okay. Can I get you guys back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Shh. Alrighty. Tate, what did you do with these numbers? How did you find out how many Rhode Islands are going to fit inside of an Alaska?
I didn't. I got stuck.
Well, what should we do?
I tried doing what you did at the very end
Mm-hmm.
of the last problem, dividing 8.32
Well, it should work. Hold on. I think maybe what you're doing is you're trying to do too many steps at once. Let's start with step one. At the end of the day, this is a division problem. What am I dividing by what?
3.1. No, you're dividing 1.71 times 10 to the 16 centimeters squared by 3.13 times 10 to the 13.
Awesome. Luckily, those divide out right away. We don't have to worry about them anymore. But what made you change your mind? You started with 3.13 on top, and then you fixed it. What made you change your mind?
Bigger.
Yeah, Alaska looks smaller if you look at the number in front of the 10, but Alaska is bigger because of the exponent. So now I'm going to divide these. 1.71 divided by 3.13. 1.71 divided by 3.13. And that's 0.5. Let's run that to the nearest thousandth. 0.4546 is about 0.546 times 10 to the 16 minus 3 is thankfully just 3. Here's the problem, guys. Is that number in scientific notation? No. Is that number in standard form? No. Gross. I don't want it like that. I need my answer in scientific notation or standard form. Standard form's easy because I move it 3 times and it's 546 Rhode Islands fit inside of Alaska. And that's really easy to turn into scientific notation, even if it feels kind of dumb to write it this way. But here's what we're going to focus on, guys. There is a way to go directly from something that is neither in standard form nor in scientific notation into something that is in scientific notation without needing this middle step. And that is what we're going to discuss tomorrow. So that's all I have for you guys. There's no self-assessment tonight. That's all I have, guys. You can hang out in your assigned seats. If you're on the start team, you can wander around. Everybody else, stay in your seat.